Hi, this is Kevin, and welcome to my tutorial for exercise 4 of the coding assignment for the Zelle 3E chapter 6. I'm recording this in the spring of 2022. So this is the last of 4 here of the tutorials that I'm doing. And the use case that we're trying to recognize is one called hiding places. So let me try to find my slide that I used during the lecture. Okay, hiding places for assumptions. Okay, so sometimes we are going to create, this is almost a subset of reusable parts. This is like, sometimes we're going to create some very small and seemingly trivial reusable parts because they hide assumptions, okay? And if reusable parts is dry, don't repeat yourself, then hiding places for assumption is even drier, okay? So that's what we're trying to recognize and refactor, okay? So let's open up hiding places, and here we are. Okay, and let's remember to add refactored onto the name because that's what we're doing for this assignment. Refactor rename. Okay, so we're going to say refactored. Okay. If I could spell today, I would be in good shape. Refactor. Okay, that's good. All right, and remember, this is a pretty simple program. It kind of simulates a part of a larger program. So we've got a bunch of data about a person, Jane Q. Scholar, who lives in Glenview, Illinois. Probably one of my neighbors because I live here too. And we've got 3 phone numbers for her that are not pre-formatted because we were saving them in our data store. We're sort of imagining that we got these from some kind of a data store, from a file that we read in, and we just we took the line from the file and we split it and unpacked it, or maybe we know how to connect to a relational database, so we read a row from a relational table and we got all these data. Okay, and we've decided that we're storing phone numbers unformatted because different people may want to format them differently for different purposes, or our taste in formatting may shift over time. Okay, and when we're printing them out here, we are printing them out 3 digits, a hyphen, 3 digits, a hyphen, 4 digits, which is how we typically print phone numbers here in the United States. Okay, so let's run a test. This is the first time I remember to run the test first. Okay, so we run the test, and it's maybe not the prettiest, but you can see that we properly formatted the 3 phone numbers. Okay, now a lot of programmers would stop right here. They wouldn't refactor further, right? And I'm going to suggest that the refactoring that you want to do is that you want to create a parameterized tool, okay, to do the formatting of phone numbers. Okay, and why? Because it's a lot of work? No. Because we do it a lot of times? No. Okay, because it's something that's likely to change. So we want to take all the assumptions about how we format phone numbers, or whatever other thing we're going to find in our code that has some risk of changing, and we want to confine them to a single function. Okay, so when they do change, we can just go to that function, change that code, and we're done. Now, a typical thing that happens with phone numbers is depending upon who the designer is, who's designing our website or our printed materials, they might decide that instead of a hyphen, they would like to have a period, or they might like to take the first three digits, which we call the area code, and put them in a parentheses, and then have a space, and then have three more digits, a hyphen, and then four. Okay, so we want to confine this um, to a function. Okay, and how could we do that? Um, let's see. Let's see what happens if we try to use the automatic refactoring tools. Okay. Well, now I don't think they're going to do what we want. Okay, so I'm not even going to try to use the automatic refactoring tools. I'm going to create the function. Okay, and here I'm just going to copy the function from my already baked version. Okay. Okay, and it didn't put it in the right spot, so I'm gonna indent it. Okay, so what we're seeing here is that um, we have a function that we're calling format phone string. We're going to pass in a phone number, uh, and then we're going to format it. Right now, it's three digits, a hyphen, three digits, a hyphen, four digits. Okay, so how could we do this? Well, we could just come in here, okay, and we could say home phone. Uh, we're going to call format phone string, and then we're going to put home phone in there. That's all. So let's do that. And then let's just, oh, and then we need a closing curly brace, right? Okay. So let's just test this one. And we're going to test, and we're going to look. And how does that look? Well, it worked for home phone, so that's fine. So what am I going to do? A lot of times, here's what I like to do. I like to copy code and change it. So I'm just going to take work and mobile. Okay, I'm going to take this code, and I'm going to say copy, and I'm going to paste it once and paste it again. Okay, and I'm going to change this label to work, and I'm going to pass it work phone, and I'm going to change my label to mobile, and I'm going to pass that to mobile phone. Okay, and I've got one too many blank lines there. Okay, and I think I should be able to test it again. So I think our answers are down here. And this is it. Okay, and as I showed you in the lecture, this it gives us the opportunity, to change this however we want. Okay, let's do the periods. We can put the periods in between the number groupings, and I've worked with some graphic designers who like to do that. And then we'll run this again. And it looks completely different. And we only had to change that one line of code. Okay, now I'm going to change it back because that doesn't meet the requirements that we're working on. We want the hyphens, and now we'll run it again, and we're back to the hyphens. Are we done? Oh, we're getting close. Okay, let's change this. An example program that repeats code snippets to format phone numbers, and that formats phone numbers using a common function. Okay, so that describes it. And again, that's going to fit on one line. So let's close that up. Okay, that looks pretty good. And again, I changed the code, so I'm going to run the test again. Yeah, that looks good. All right, am I done? All right, so again, what are the tests? Well, what's the overall size of the functions? Well, main looks a little raggedy, but it's okay size. Format phone string is very small. Okay, now a lot of new programmers are very timid about creating one-line functions or two-line functions or three-line functions. Okay, don't be timid. All right, create a one-line function. This one-line function is brilliant, if I do say so myself. Okay. So don't think that just because it's not a lot of lines of code that there's no justification for factoring it out into a function. We've hidden all the assumptions in here about the way we format the phone numbers. That's a great practice. Okay, so in terms of size, these are very unequal, but they have appropriate size. Again, are they cohesive? Well, I think so. Okay. The main is all about printing the information for one individual. Okay, that's cohesive. What about format phone string? That is all about one little job. It's a tiny little job, but we've hidden all the assumptions about it in one spot. Okay. And when you really think about this, okay, we said that the use case is hiding places for assumptions, okay, but it's also a parameterized tool, okay, and it's a reusable part. So these do overlap. So I think this is a great result, and I'm going to stop here and let you go off and do your own exercise, and I'm going to say bye until next time. Bye-bye.